Hey everyone, it's Ashley. Welcome back to my channel. If it's your first time watching me, welcome. This video is my most recent haul from Sassy Aroma, and if you watched my last video, you know that I had some more brittles coming, and this is not even all of the ones I have. So this is video 2 of probably 3 or 4 in the next, months or so. So I'm just going to go ahead and just jump right into this wax. If you saw by the thumbnail, I did get a bunch of brittles and a loaf this time. I had to get a loaf in this blend that I've talked and ranted and raved about in a previous video, but you'll see what I mean when I get to it. Okay, so happy Saturday. I'm actually filming when it's daylight out yet. This is natural daylight in here. Wow, I know. I usually am sitting down at 10 o'clock at night to film, but not today. Happy Saturday, everybody. Take those turkeys out to defrost if you haven't already. Thanksgiving is upon us, and on Thursday, I have to run to the store and get my last minute things. I'm making a warm pumpkin cake, possibly green bean casserole, and my mother's famous cranberry salad. That's what my contribution is to my mother-in-law's dinner this year. So, enough about food, even though I could do a whole little video on Thanksgiving and food and what Thanksgiving means to me. Sassy Girl Aroma from Tomah, Wisconsin is owned by Julie and Tyrell G. Each order comes beautifully packaged. The neighbor just started up his car with the loud exhaust, if you hear it. Sorry. It's a little annoying, but hey, it is what it is. So I unpacked this order earlier this week. I did get this order on Monday, but I was not able to film this until today. Every order comes beautifully wrapped in foam packaging with packing peanuts, and they're just nestled in there perfectly. And sometimes, you have a bit of breakage. It happens with these brittles, but that's the nature of the wax and the product, I say, and the shipping abuse that all these boxes go through. Each order comes with a beautiful, excuse the glare on the card, a beautiful business card here. Julie did open up a storefront this past year, which some of you have went to, and I'm completely jealous because I would love to one day, but I don't know if I'll make it to Wisconsin. On the front here we have what's in your warmer? That's her little question here on the front. And then on the back here we have Tyrell and Julie G, her phone number, her storefront information, cell phone number, email address, website, all those good things here. So if you are newer to Sassy Girl Aroma, these are the contact information that you can contact Julie. But she's also very active in her Facebook group. You can private message her. I don't know how often she checks it, yeah. That is Sassy Girl Aroma. She did do a little bit of her business card change earlier this year. She used to have a business card with squared corners. She's one of the only vendors that give a business card, so I like to showcase that whenever it comes in the order. So let's go ahead and dive right in. I got some brittles, of course. That's my favorite. Option that she chooses. That's the most popular. She also does on occasion bago blocks, and on occasion mini muffins, which I haven't seen for a while, mini loaves, and regular full-size loaves. She also does samplers periodically, and she's working on an advent calendar for Christmas, which I missed out on. I forgot to order it, so maybe next year if she does one. So let's go ahead and jump right in. This first guy here I just have to talk about is Winter Biscuits. This was one that sold out a few times and came back by popular demand. This is a blend that's right up my alley. I don't know how I missed it before, but it's probably because I was trying to be good and not make an order every week. But it's really hard because Julie really gets these lists going to where there's just heavy hitters in every single one of them. And us here are like, oh, I shouldn't, but I can't resist kind of a thing. But we all have our good days and bad days, don't we, with that? Okay, Winter Biscuits. The description: the sweet scent of Christmas baking permeates the home with warm hints of cinnamon, buttery pastries, gingerbread cookies, and patchouli. Patchouli, throw that patchouli in there. I love patchouli. This is sweet patchouli. It accents those bakery notes very, very well. This is, I don't know if this is a dupe for something. I saw in either I don't think it was Sassy Girl Aroma. I think it was another group that had something similar to this that was a dupe for something, but maybe it was Julie. I don't know. I don't remember, honestly. There's just, Julie's menu of items is very large, so trying to remember everything is a little bit of a challenge. But what this smells like to me, it's a little bit of that gingerbread, a little bit of that, the ginger, the molasses, the richness of the molasses, a little bit of spice, a little bit of cinnamon with patchouli. Patchouli is sweetened up in this case, like I said. It doesn't quite smell like baking in the oven to me, unless you're baking gingerbread, of course. And then this to me, if I had to really nail it down on what this smells like, it just smells like gingerbread baking. But it's got a little bit of that sweetness of the patchouli to it to give it a little bit of something extra. So this one, I'll have to see. This is going to go right on into my melting basket for the rest of November and into December and January. I'll get this going because I'm sure this opens up and blossoms on warm. I think a lot of you have said that in the group that I have noticed. So that's winter biscuits. The next one is Almond Croissant. And this one was in the pre-order. Forgive me if theirs was a 20% off early Black Friday sale. I don't know if it's still going on right now. It might be. If it's not, excuse me, but Almond Croissant was in that pre-order, and I made a small order. I had to get a few items because 20% off, Julie never does that. That is a little Merry Christmas to us kind of a thing. And she also said she's not going to be doing a sale until the spring. So take advantage. I think it takes each brittle down from $11.55 down to $9.40, $9.50 something. It takes a few dollars off, which is very nice. Thank you, Julie, for that. Almond Croissant. I bought this, and then I bought 2 more brittles because I love almond. And I know that Julie does almond very well. At least the blends I've had in the past have been just exceptional to me. So this one here is a delicious flaky croissant filled with almond cream, topped off with toasted sliced almonds and powdered sugar. And I have to show the artwork here. We have the cream color, which could be a croissant or bread. And you have a little bit of the white in there to represent the almond cream, a little bit of brown to be, you know, the bread, maybe the almond, with a little bit of sugar. And this one here, I smelled these the other day when I took them out of the box, but I haven't sniffed them since. I should say on winter biscuits, I mean, just look at the beautiful detail on here. And then this Almond Croissant, this smells beautiful. It is not as knock you down in the nose as Amaretto is. Amaretto is a bit stronger. Even though it is almond, this is a smaller, not smaller, but a less potent and a smoother, there we go, smoother almond. It's very creamy because it has that cream part to it. And then you have that beautiful warm croissant that you can just imagine in a French patisserie or you know, somewhere that's serving things like that. I'm so glad I got a couple more of these because this is a blend that not only will stand alone, in my opinion, you know, well, it can be blended with other things too. You can melt anything else that's complementary to almond. You can melt, you know, go for it. Whatever, it will work because almond is not, this is not completely polarizing, as in it's not going to mix well with something else. Do you know what I mean? This is a beautiful bakery. It's smooth, it's nice, and this is just going to get better with age. I'll let this cure a little bit so those notes of the croissant and the cream can just come up to the top a little bit more. So this is Almond Croissant. Isn't that beautiful? And I will say, you know, if you are a customer of Sassy, that these beautiful colors in here just make for a beautiful pool in your warmer. I mean, some of them are just gorgeous. Okay, the next one is Ferguson's Pumpkin Rides. This was, I don't want to say a wild card, but this was one I put in my cart last minute because when I opened my order up, I said, I don't remember buying this, but I did. So this is Ferguson's Pumpkin Rides. The description of this is green pumpkin vines, fresh pumpkin, toasted nutmeg, autumn air, hay barrels, hay, spiced brown sugar, myrrh, roasted pumpkin, and farmhouse wood. So we have 3 different types of pumpkins: pumpkin vines, roasted pumpkin, and fresh pumpkin. We have our spices with our brown sugar, our nutmeg, farmhouse woods just makes it outdoorsy, and then hay. I think that's probably what got me to get this one, was the hay. So let's see. This is similar to, it smells like, if you ever had her carving pumpkins, I think it's pumpkin carving. No, yeah, I think hers is called Carving Pumpkins. It's the dupe of pumpkin carving from Bath and Body Works. It is just that fresh pumpkin smell, no spice, nothing. Maybe just the babyest bit of brown sugar, maybe not even that. It's just fresh pumpkin puree. It blends well, it's creamy. That is what I get in here with a little bit of outdoorsy and a little bit of hay, which is what I really liked. So this here, this is not as strong as, this reminds me of another blend that I actually got a sample of, Spooky Hayride. It's not as strong as this with the hay and the spices. Excuse me, that's in this one here. This is a little bit more of a, I don't want to say diluted, but it's not as strong in the outdoorsy notes as this one isn't, as Spooky Hayride is. So this is, I like this. This will be a nice one. I think I'll probably save this for next fall. I'm kind of, I'm not tired of pumpkin blends, but I'm moving on into my winter and my holiday blends, my pines and my gingerbreads and all of that good stuff. So that one will be nice and cured for next fall. Okay, I can't believe it's saying next fall. You know, December's in a few weeks. I know it's scary. This next one is supremely popular, and it is one that I have not bought ever. This is my first purchase of this, and it's been around forever. I've seen it all the time. This is Black Hood. Black Hood. I believe, if I'm not mistaken, this is the dupe for By the Fireplace. I think that's what this one is. If I'm wrong on that, I'm sorry. I think this is By the Fireplace. The notes of this is chestnut and smoky, woody accords, mixed with sweet notes of vanilla and red berries, floral combination of orange blossom and neroli essence. So whenever there's anything with orange blossom in it, especially if it's a summery or a spring scent, it kind of pulls a little sunscreeny to me. But I'm not saying that's what's in here. But orange blossom, in this case, is just going to accent the vanilla and the creaminess and the smokiness. So I'm sure that that part of this blend will come out on warm, just because it's totally, it's chestnuts, it's smoky, it's creamy, it's addictive. This is a amped up vanilla. This is a sophisticated vanilla. I dare say it's similar to Madagascar vanilla, if you've ever had that. It's a richer vanilla. I prefer it over regular plain vanilla because I'm not a vanilla person. And maybe that's why I didn't buy this for the longest time, but I saw it talked about all the time in Julie's group. And when I saw it, I said, I'm going to try it because I love chestnuts. I love berries. I like everything about this. I don't know why I haven't purchased this, but I'm glad I did because it's smoky, it's sultry, it's everything this little description says. It's a beautiful description. This is nice. And I honestly want to say that I purchased this in a perfume also. When Julie had her perfume sale a few weeks ago, I might have made a purchase for my husband for Christmas. He doesn't know that yet. He doesn't watch my videos all the time, so I feel okay saying that. I got Black Hood in the little travel size perfumes, which I love because then you can try it out. That's more than enough sprays in there to know if it's going to work with your body chemistry and how it lasts on your body and such. I love that she offers those small sizes to us. I really do. The next one here is a new one. This is Santa's Morning Coffee. So Santa's Morning Coffee. Nutmeg, cinnamon, sweet cream, roasted pumpkin puree, toasted cloves, cardamom, star anise, rich vanilla bean, and brewing espresso with whipped caramel. Holy moly, that is for me. That is spicy coffee. And that's exactly what this smells like. The first thing it's hitting my nose is a mix of the cardamom, I don't know why I said anise. I say anise. Okay, because it depends on really who you're talking to. Star anise or star anise. That is licorice, basically. That's black licorice. It doesn't smell like that at all. The anise is in here, beautiful with the cardamom and a little bit with the clove. And I'm not getting too much coffee, believe it or not. I'm actually getting more of the spices, of course, with a little bit of nutmeg, a little bit of cinnamon. This is a creamy, spicy blend. Not too much coffee, like I said, but that will probably come out on warm. So I love my coffee blends, and I took a chance with this spicy coffee, and I'm glad I did. And when I say spicy, please don't think that I'm saying that it's hot, like hot cinnamon. I don't like hot cinnamon. I don't buy anything with it. This is spicy, but it's not warming spice. Well, that's not true. It's warm spices. You have, you know, your cloves, your nutmeg, your cardamom, but it's more like a chai than anything else, if I must say. A lot of those spices are also in chai. So if you like chai, this would definitely be something that's for you, in my opinion. So the next one I got here is Dreaming of You. This is a pistachio blend. I love my pistachio. This is pistachio, birthday, and zucchini and cookies. So this is, Julie has some of the best pistachio blends out there in the industry. Sassy Girl's my favorite vendor, so I naturally love her pistachio blends. I've tried them. That was one of my very first order was in February of 2021. And that was when I found Brandy's Pistachio, which is my favorite pistachio from Julie. I believe that is zucchini, birthday cake, and pistachio. I believe that's what it is. The difference here is just there's cookies in here, so it's a little bit more creamy, a little bit more bakery. But I have Brandy's zucchini always in my, not Brandy's zucchini, that's another blend too. Brandy's pistachio, excuse me. I always have that in my collection. I melt it. I don't melt pistachio all the time. I go through phases where it seems like I completely wipe out my stash of pistachio, which I did this year. And I went to pull some pistachio and I thought, man, where's all my pistachio? And then I realized that I meant to buy more and I didn't. So when Julie had a bunch of pistachio blends on several pre-orders ago, I think that's the next one that will be shipping to me. I got a bunch of pistachio, so I have some more in my collection. And this one will just, this one is, it reminds me a little bit of Brandy's pistachio, but it's creamier than that. It doesn't have that, that kick right at the beginning of that pistachio that's strong, but then as Brandy's pistachio warms, I'm talking about Brandy's pistachio a lot because this is similar to it. It just has cookies in it. About 40 minutes later or so, it becomes this beautiful creamy bakeryness that you just want to bathe in. But I love it. I love pistachio. I know there are several of you out there that also love pistachio that I'm friends with. You would like this if you haven't tried it. This one is, it's creamy, it's rich, it's almondy to me, but it's got a little bit of extra something to it. This is Dreaming of You, and I love the beautiful color scheme here. Those greens and yellows, love it. Couple more here, and then we have my loaf. This one here is Dancing Under a Lemon Tree. I know this is a dupe for a perfume, and I do not remember the fragrance house for that, so I am sorry. This is Calamansi Lane, Calamansi Lane. What is that, Ashley? Calamansi Lime, green tea, citrus, and soft musk. So I actually smelled this from another vendor, and the way that vendor described it was even non-lemon lovers have to try this. It's a fresh lemon. So when I saw this, I thought, I wish I could remember what fragrance house this is, but I can't. This I had to grab because this is exactly what I smelled with that other vendor. This has lime and has tea in it, and it's fresh and it's vibrant and it's bright, and it's not even a lemon per se. There's a little bit of citrus in here, but the thing that screams out to me is just lemon with green tea, and it's so, not lemon, lime with green tea. My husband doesn't really care for lime, but he will like this because this is a different lime. And plus it has more citrus in there, it has musk in here, and it has green tea. That green tea, I don't know if it's matcha or if it's just a regular green tea that you could get at the store, but this, it's earthy. It has an earthy feel to it. It's citrus. It's bright. It's fresh. This could be good for cleaning day or springtime or the first little bit after the winter's over where you have that first warm day and you open your windows up and all the dust comes in from the built up winter and all that stuff. This is Dancing Under a Lemon Tree. I really like that one. Okay, this last one here is Stoggi Flask. Now, these are my tobacco babies. I love these. This is apricot kernel, bergamot, balsam pine, tarragon, bourbon, amber, cedarwood, musk, and tobacco. I love to buy Julie's tobacco blends. She doesn't offer them all the time, but about every other order, she has a few thrown in there. This is... Oh, is that good? It's masculine. It has, I'm talking to my tobacco lovers out there. I know there are plenty of you that I talk to. This is masculine without being cologne. It is clean tobacco without being smoky. I don't get any smoky from this. This has cedar in it, which just makes it a little bit sexy. It has musk in it. It has tarragon, which isn't used very often in wax. Tarragon is an herb. This is bergamot makes it sexy too. That's a masculine. Bergamot is a fruit, similar to a lime. Bergamot. This is amber. This is so good. This smells like a $10,000 Armani suit. Is what this smells like the man that would wear that kind of a thing. I don't want to use the old cliche of Johnny Depp, but this might be a Johnny Depp type of smell if he is your cup of tea. He's my cup of tea in every movie for the most part, except that stupid Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. I can't even look at him in that movie. So, anyways, this is I'll just tell you right now, because my husband is never going to watch this. I bought him a large bottle of Mega Pint for Christmas. And I don't even know what it smells like, but I just went for it because Sauvage is Dior, and that's my husband's favorite cologne, but it has went way, way, way up in price, guys, especially since Johnny Depp is the spokesperson for it, and it's went way up in price with popularity. So he's going to get Mega Pint this year, and let's hope we like it. So the last blend I want to talk about here before my samples is Harbor Tea. This is a loaf, beautiful chunky loaf. Harbor Tea is it's a hotel blend from Boston, and I don't remember if it's, Susan will know if Susan comments on here. I don't remember if it's the Ritz or if it is, I don't want to say the Hilton. It's one of those higher class hotels in Boston Harbor. This is lemon rind, orange peel, plum wine, spiced bourbon, aged tobacco leaves, patchouli, cedar, and vanilla musk. The first time I smelled this, I said this is the best tobacco scent I've ever smelled ever. And I actually saw a few other people in Julie's group post the same thing. Like, this is one of the best things they've ever smelled, because this is a combination of tea, a little bit of lemon, a little bit of citrus, and a little bit of tobacco, and a little bit of wood. This is, it's fantastic. The next time it's offered in a brittle and you're interested in it, give it a try. If you like these notes, they just play with each other so well. The bourbon is in there to give it just a little bit of woodsiness, a little bit of bourbonness. You know, you kind of have to know what bourbon smells like, but not booze, just the undernotes of the bourbon, the oakiness and the woodsiness. And then the vanilla musk is in here, and it is so appropriate because it just gives a little bit of creaminess to it that this needs to round out some of those other stronger notes. So that is Harbor Tea. I made this order with this when I was at the state fair. I remember because we were standing in line looking at the bee exhibit, and I was ordering my Harbor Tea because I had to get my loaf of this. Yes, I remember that. So last two little samples here, and then this video is a wrap. So we talked about Spooky Hayride. I've had Spooky Hayride before. It smells like a hayride. It really does. It's hay, and it's outdoorsy, and it's fall to the max. It smells like a scarecrow. This is, it's a good blend. It throws well, performs well. And the last one here is cornbread muffins. Cornbread muffins. This is just, I don't know exactly what's in here, but it smells like really darn good, great piece of cornbread. When this is offered next, I'm going to get it because cornbread, Julie's cornbread, if you've never had it, is fantastic. My favorite cornbread blend, I think, of hers is Earl and Me, which is cornbread, blueberry, and I don't remember the last note in there, but it's cornbread and blueberry. And I have my loaf that I'm melting here, and I love it every time. It's such a good blueberry cornbread. Cornbread blends so well with everything, especially fruity stuff. Cornbread muffins. I am excited to get this because this would be fantastic. So that is this haul from Sassy Girl Aroma. And as promised, I have another big haul coming whenever the next round of shipments start to go out that has a little bit more brittles than this guy here. So hope everyone has a great weekend ahead, and happy Thanksgiving to you all. Stay safe, eat lots of good food if you're celebrating, and I'll see you soon.